Welcome back to the chaos. I went ahead and cleared out some garage space to work today. So I've got my buddy Fred on the way over and he's bringing his little hot rod. So we're not gonna be touching my stuff today. We're gonna be messing with his. And he's had his little car history. He's gone through, he's kind of on that like upper echelon. He likes the luxury stuff. So he went from a Beamer to a Cadillac, but now he's Mr. Family Man. So he had to get something, you know, reliable, affordable, that kind of thing. So he's diving into the KTM market. So he's on his way with his little Kia. And he unfortunately got into like a little fender bender. So we'll have him give us the breakdown because I'm not actually 100% sure what really happened. But as far as I know, it's just like a little low speed tap, pretty much. Just enough to kind of crack the grille. So we need a new one of those. Damage the headlight. I think he's saying like there's a light that's not burning. So I have to dive into that. So I know we'll at least need headlight, grille, but the grille's on back order. So the goal right now is at least get him to pass inspection with the headlight. So we'll get that assembly replaced today and just kind of do an overall damage assessment and see what we're working with. Hopefully it's not too bad because the overall goal is basically just to save him some money. So instead of turning it into insurance and having to worry about your insurance going up and everything like that, since it was so minor, I mean, it should just be hopefully those two things. Hopefully there's not any bit brackets, but we'll kind of dive in and see what we're working with. All right, so my buddy Fred just showed up and I'm gonna have him run through the story because yeah, I myself don't actually know what's happened. He just got the car up here and we're just kind of doing general assessment to begin with. And honestly, like at this point, it doesn't look really bad. So we'll have to get in there and pull it apart. But I want to hear the rundown. What happened?
Ready. So hopefully it's not much chaos. That's what they usually are used to around here. Hopefully it's a straightforward fix. Basically, I'll keep it vague for insurance purposes. You never admit, you know, guilt or anything. I was on a phone call with somebody that was getting kind of intense, and the car in front of me should have gone because the light was green. We were making a right turn, so I rolled up thinking that they had already turned. I looked back right before I turned; they hadn't gone for some reason, so I barely tapped them. But everything here is plastic, so I noticed things were kind of cracked. But the police or nothing was called, so it wasn't that serious of an accident. But I noticed that my headlight was cracked a little bit more than expected. I can't pass inspection this way, so I've come to the one and only, you know, Ryan, to try to get it straightened out. So let's see how it goes.
Did the other car have any damage at all?
Barely, like a small dent, kind of scratch to the bumper. Definitely didn't need any work or anything though.
Oh, so his didn't actually go to the body shop or nothing?
Yeah, not at all. Not that I know of. They did file a claim. That's how I found out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, let's dive in. We'll see how bad it is. You can tell it's got the crack in the light here, and then the actual like housing behind looks to be a bit damaged. And then, as I was saying, like the grill is damaged, which that's on order. So hopefully we can work around that today. But that shouldn't hold them up from getting inspection. Main thing we're trying to figure out is, yeah, we just got to get this headlight replaced, or the whole headlight assembly replaced. So that should fix this working blinker again. So then he should be good to roll for a little bit till we get the grill in. Pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off like this cover. It comes in 3 sections, so should only have to mess with the first 2, and that should allow us to actually get to the headlight to see how it unbolts.
Like this.
Why Kia makes it such a pain in the balls to actually get to the headlight, I don't know. Yeah. You have to basically pull the bumper itself loose because, well, look at the new light. And you can kind of see down here, like it actually clips into the bumper itself. So, because it's only two bolts on the top, and then it just kind of slides and clips into this headlight housing. But now that we've got it apart, I think honestly most of the damage was isolated to the headlight. I mean, obviously the grille took a bunch of the blow, but I only see one potential like cracked bracket. So we'll kind of go through and get rid of all the shrapnel and then work on getting the new headlight in. So here is obviously the damaged headlight, and I mean it just exploded this housing.
Drastic.
Yeah. So, and he said what, 7 miles an hour? Max. So it's amazing though with cars. I mean everything is just plastic, so it doesn't take much to damage it. But that's exactly why our turn signal isn't working, because that housing is just gone. I put Frederick to work. He thought he was gonna come over here and work for free.
The whole government name is up there. Please like, share, subscribe.
So what I'm having him do is I'm having him put like a little silicone seal between. That's right. This is proper measurement here. So he's doing, yeah, just like a bead all the way around from like the headlight housing to the lens itself, just so that way we're trying to prevent it from leaking, because a lot of these aftermarket headlights are prone to leakage. So any little precautions you can take to prevent it is definitely helps out. Now that we got the car torn apart, got the headlight sealed, it's go time. This is moment of truth. We're gonna put the car back together. And honestly, looking at it, yeah, there's not but like one bracket that's really broke. I don't think that should affect really like the headlight going in at all. So we'll find out. But that's the next step, is to get the headlight back in.
Yeah.
Of course, it wouldn't be a proper chaos install without a hang up. So we'll get in here and show you exactly what's going on. And I can't imagine that the force of the wreck would have caused like the tabs and stuff to shift over. But I mean, we're off by like, honestly probably 6 millimeter. I mean, like it's so close to getting everything to line up, but we just can't get it to work. So we'll show you exactly what we're talking about. So the new headlight assembly, we have it in-ish. I mean, but like if you look at the gapping between the quarter panel and like the actual new headlight housing, I mean, like it sits so flush, so well. We've already pushed the bumper in. I mean, like this grill part is still loose over here, but like everything sits so flush. But then you jump up to the top side where you're supposed to put the little push through pins to hold everything in place, and it's off. Like you can't even see where the hole is supposed to go into, but there's 3 points of contact. Got 1, 2, and you kind of lift up and see, but that's 2, and then this third one down here. I mean, you can see how close. This is the hole we're trying to get to, so we're getting that hole lined up over that hole. So we're just so close on all 3, but it won't budge. All right, so we're taking a bit of an L for today and today only. Unfortunately, we did it the best we could. So I'm really stumped as far as why things aren't lining up the way they should be, but they just aren't. So we'll show you what we've done. Fred's now part of the zip tie mafia, unfortunately. From a distance, it actually looks pretty good. I mean, ignore the grill, just because that's to be replaced later. But the actual headlight, it lines up good. You can see the gapping and stuff. That lines up nicely, but we've ended up, just zip tying where the bolt should be. But we cannot get it to line up. So there's 3 points of contact, and none of them, of course, this tray covers up majority of it now, but it doesn't want to slip into position like it should. So this is about as good as we can get. Fred, I'll have you close your hood so you can see, if you don't mind closing it. So you watch, there's a little bit of movement in here and there's a little bit of gapping, But again, that's just where the headlight won't suck up into the places it needs to. But the silver piece, this trim, is actually part of the headlight. And I mean, you can tell it's lower than this one. Of course, I think this one is up a little bit because I think that's part of the grille. I don't know, but there's definitely a gap in comparison to this side where the chrome trim meets up really well. Well, stay tuned. So we'll call this part 1. We'll come back for redemption and get him looking a whole lot better. So I really appreciate everybody watching. If you will, please subscribe to the channel. It does really help out.
If you know how to put the headlight in, comment. How do we get it to fit? If you know how to make it fit, comment, please. Yeah, seriously. If you have any experience, because I mean, like, we've tried each and every angle that we could possibly think of, and it's just not, it's not cooperating. So if you have any ideas, please let us know. We'll catch you on the next one.